So this past Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, a historical moment was made for Shakur Stevenson, who has become the new 140-pound junior welterweight champion in defeating Teofimo Lopez and solidifying his spot as a pound-for-pound fighter in the game. Probably the best. Let's talk about it.
That's what I feel. War. That's what's on my mind. I've been feeding the faith, and I've been starving the doubt. So there's no doubt in my mind.
There is a new king at the 140-pound junior welterweight division, and his name is Shakur Stevenson, who obviously displayed a chess master performance and considered pound for pound now in the game. What's happening? I am your host. Nice, like, comment, subscribe to the Fight Room. Shakur, who I've been considered, of course, a pound for pound fighter with a high IQ, precise punching, dynamic footwork, and a master of range. Technically skilled, a complete fighter, in my opinion, that will dominate boxing in the long run. Now, he displayed a masterclass performance, ladies and gentlemen, against a high caliber, explosive, athletic fighter, Teofimo Lopez, who most thought would be a 50-50 fight and maybe an upset. Surely with this performance, they have become believers. As I stated, he has the best jab in boxing, and sure enough, he made it known. Now, he cut Teofimo with a jab, and they were saying and speculating that it was a headbutt, and it was not a headbutt. It was a clean-cut jab. And by that time, Teo was already discouraged. In the corner, which was disappointing, Teo wasn't getting no feedback from his father, unfortunately, and Teo said that he wasn't listening to his corner, and therefore he lost the fight. But when I look and hear the audio, there was no feedback being given from his father. In my opinion, it sounds like a division amongst the camp. That's just my opinion. So Shakur's win. He dominated this matchup pretty much with his jab, his timing, and his range, and his counterpunching. Now, on the breakdown, I have stated that his IQ is off the roof, folks, and he displayed it all night long. And he was wailing away at Teofimo. Teofimo could not do anything, could not be explosive, agile, active, swift, you name it. Shakur is just a master architect in that squared circle, in that ring. So he's a young man that's going to be hard to beat. Of course, he has, the best tutors. Andre Ward, Crawford, and Mayweather. So his future is just going to get bright. He got a bright future ahead of him. And he's already a 4th division champ, and he's already in the Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen. 4th division champion. So for Teofimo, supposedly he might be going to 147 or go back to the drawing board. We don't know. Let's see. But for Shakur, bright future. Now there's a lot of competition at the 140. The champion, that's him, the number 1 guy. And we have Dalton Smith that just defeated Matias. And we got Richardson Hitchens, that is a good fighter and has a tremendous jab, bar none, probably next to Shakur, honestly. And he's a good, accurate puncher as well. I'm pretty high on Richardson Hitchens, man. I've been on Richardson Hitchens. I think he's a good fighter. And a lot of people are sleeping on him. So I think it'll be a good technical matchup between him and Shakur. But Dalton Smith is a big player at the 140-pound division. And he's a good fighter too, man. You cannot count him out. So for Teofimo, my opinion, for him to elevate and continue on with success in boxing, he has to be clear on what he wants in his corner. Do you want your dad in your corner? Obviously you do, because he started it with you and you want to end it with your father. I understand that. But if you need be, have a side trainer to help you out. The worst case scenario. Because if you stay there, you will not elevate. And your success might come short. So that's a risk factor, I believe, for your career, Teo. My opinion. And Shakur is going to elevate to another stratosphere soon enough. That's my thoughts. You already know I am your host. Nice. I made it short. Like, comment, subscribe. You already know. For the best breakdowns, join the Fight Room.